I'm recording. Go ahead.
Buongiorno, everybody. Happy New Year, 2022. Take 23.
73. But we've been at this half the day.
Today we're going to be doing a movie review of this movie called He's All That, starring Addison Rae. You might know her from TikTok or whatever. And if you haven't watched this movie, click away and watch that movie. It's on Netflix right now. And if you're used to watching art talks or videos that he usually posts, then click away.
No, we're gonna do something important today. None of these stupid art talks. Today we want to do something more impactful since it's the first video of the year. Yeah. And you have nothing to do with this, right?
Totally not.
No, completely my own decision to make. Legitimately, this is my own decision to make this video. I don't do movie reviews. Chloe and I do not do movie reviews.
Yeah.
Generally on this channel, but I made an exception for this one.
It's
because I haven't been this moved since Schindler's List.
Because
that way.
Yesterday we watched the movie He's All That, and we had a lot of opinions on this movie because it gave us a lot of emotions about this movie because it's
many emotions
because it's very hard to watch.
It's not awful for what it does.
It's not awful, but it's still not great.
It's fine. It's okay if you're walking in expecting for a serious experience, a moving experience that will mark you for the rest of your life. No. But if you're just looking for a lighthearted, doesn't take itself too seriously, riddled with product placement movie, you came to the right place. Now that said, not everybody sucked at acting.
No.
In fact, I wouldn't say anybody sucked at acting because they did such a convincing job.
But
being
a lot of them were
superficial, teeny bopper, if that's an expression you guys use.
No, not really. But anyway.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be talking about the movie.
Tell me what you think about the different characters. Well, you know what? Here's a good idea. To give us a little bit of structure, because this is why we never get this damn video done, is we have no structure. Let's just walk through and give a quick, like a 10-second opinion about each actor, because we have them all on my thing here. And we're going to go through all of these, and we're going to go through each one, and you tell me what you thought of each one of their performances. And you give your opinion, I'll give mine. So start with the main character, played by the well-known TikToker Addison Rae, who plays Paget Sawyer. Take it away.
I just find that Addison Rae is, well, obviously the main character, so everybody's like her. So they wear crop tops and act like girly around everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's basically playing herself.
Yeah.
She's basically playing herself. She's not a professional actor, I don't think. But she's very comfortable in front of a camera, and she does an absolutely perfect job being a very superficial, self-centered girl who's obsessed with social media.
She's better on TikTok.
Is she better on TikTok?
I'd say she's probably not great as an actor, but she can do TikToks. Nobody cares.
Yeah. There's a reason why she's so hugely famous, right? She's made a big name for herself on social media, so yeah, good on her for that.
Next character is...
Wait, my opinion. This is my channel. I make the opinions here. You quiet. So, what did I think? Good. She did a good job. Okay, what's the next character? I want to get my opinions. Yeah, don't go like that because the focus is on you. If you move out of the way, it'll be all blurry. There, see? As soon as you came back into camera, now we're in focus. Okay, Tanner Buchanan. You might know him from Cobra Kai, who plays Cameron Queller. What did you think?
I thought he was cool. He's emo and very, very self-centered. I'm not self-centered. I'm sorry. I don't know words at my age. But anyway, he was emo, and then he turned into a hottie at the end of the movie. That's what he was supposed to be, okay? But yeah.
He brings authenticity. Classical, I just want to live my life. What do you want with me? That kind of character. If you saw Twilight or any movie about teenagers at any point, there's always the dark emo guy who's got a thick exterior, but then the girl breaks through his thick exterior and uncovers the soft caramel-like interior of soul that he possesses, and he opens up to her to only find out that he's been betrayed because it was all a bet so that she could rekindle her reputation. Very original concept of the story.
At the beginning of the movie, it's just her waking up playing TikToks. And
with perfect hair and makeup?
Yeah, obviously. When her mom comes to bring her a Lucky Charms bowl of cereal. And by the way, I really loved her movie.
The mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anna, the character's name is Anna Sawyer, played by Rachel Lee Cook. You know what I think? I was thinking, because we've done this take many times, and I've had a chance to kind of rethink my thoughts multiple times. She's a very strong actor. And there was a couple of actors in the film that I felt, I don't know if it was intentional. I don't think they intentionally. I think they just based on their type of actors they are. Yeah. Whether it has anything to do with skill level or acting style. She was one of the two actors that Chloe and I both felt
was good at acting.
Was too authentic. Like almost to the point where it didn't belong in that film. Like Rachel Lee Cook, who plays Anna Sawyer, who we both, by the way, Chloe and I thought was actually probably in her early to mid 30s. Yeah. We kept saying she's too young to be mom. Addison Rae's mom. Wasn't. She's actually only a couple of years younger than me.
She looked like Addison Rae's age. Close at least.
Yeah. And so she was kind of like this very down-to-earth character. But you wouldn't necessarily picture her in this kind of movie. You'd picture a kind of more superficial mom type of character, but she wasn't, which did kind of balance out the superficiality of the film, but almost too well. You know, it almost felt like he kind of brought into this more authentic world and then was brought back into the superficial world. So I don't know whether I liked it, whether it was a good move or not, but her acting skill was pretty damn good in that case.
But okay, next thing we're gonna talk about.
Peyton, the boyfriend.
Peyton.
Because we have to do it in the order of cast that we can see here on IMDb here. So
we're obviously not
Peyton
going to
Mayer,
talk
who plays
about
Jordan, the boyfriend.
We're not going to talk about every single character.
No, just the main ones.
Yeah. But yeah,
what did you think of Peyton?
He's a total douchebag. He is
well done,
total douchebag.
He really pulled it off nicely. Like that guy. Like I literally felt physical pain watching him on screen, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean like I literally felt my bowels flip upside down every time I saw him on screen. He was awesome at being a complete superficial douchebag. 2 thumbs up on that.
Next thing.
Madison Pettis.
Father.
Who plays Alden Pierce. What? Oh yeah, we'll get to that. It's consistency. We got to stick on. See, this is why we keep recording. No, we're going to stay on the characters. Madison Pettis, Alden Pierce. What did you think of her performance? The best friend, quote unquote.
Censored word.
Oh yes, she's the B word.
Bitch.
I never taught my daughter that word. I never use profanity in my family. I'm so disappointed with you, Chloe. Yeah, she's a bitch. So really well done too. You know who she kind of reminds me of? Jen. Yeah. What's Tim Burton's wife's name? Bonham Carter. What's her first name? What? What's Bonham Carter? What's her first name? Elena Bonham Carter. Tim Burton's wife, the actor who I completely adore. Madison Pettis looks like a young version of her to me. She reminds me a lot of her in the eyes. Maybe it has to do with the makeup and the dark eyes. Again, a very convincing. She really was well cast for this very superficial, two-faced, narcissistic betrayer of a friend. Really pulled it off.
By recording Addison while she's Addison came into her ex-boyfriend's trailer.
Yeah.
While he was with another woman, and Alden, the character, her best friend, she was the one recording a live for Addison's TikTok, and when she was doing that, she wouldn't stop recording, even though Addison Rae was literally throwing things at the guy, and she had bubbles.
Bubble snot, and it ended up calling her Bubble Girl because she did a close up of her face with the snot bubble popping. So people show up the next day with like bubbles and go blowing bubbles. Hey, Bubble Girl, you need me to pop that for you? Like, yeah, but whatever. She did a good job of that.
Yeah.
Matthew Lillard, who's an amazing, well-established actor who just took the role for shits and giggles. What are you gonna do? But he plays Brock Hudson, the principal, who has like a tiny little role in the end. But good, he played the role well. Kind of a principal who's very annoyed by the superficial, by the very annoying, cringy kids in the school. He plays it perfectly.
Last character is
we're gonna
Isabel
talk
Crevetti.
Yes,
really
Isabella Crevetti, who plays Bryn Queller, who is in the movie Cameron Queller's sister, younger sister. And what did you think? We both have a very strong opinion of her performance.
I thought she was a really good character because, like, when she was like crying, it wasn't like a really like you couldn't tell that easily that it was a fake cry. It looked, if you were in that situation, you could tell that it was not that big of a fake cry. Like, yeah.
Like she like. You felt all of a sudden there were certain scenes in the movie and you didn't necessarily know why. I was sitting there going, oh my God, I'm actually starting to get teary-eyed. I'm starting to get emotional.
Teary-eyed.
I'm like, what is this wet discharge from my eye sockets, you know? I was actually starting to feel like, whoa, I got all of a sudden get hit with this emotion. And I realized it was every scene where she had a strong performance in it. And Isabella Crevetti, again, she walked that line really well between still staying a young teeny girl, but at the same time bringing in this like leveling up the acting skill level very impressively to the point where I was like, damn, you know, she really kind of hit the gut really hard. She reminds me of, you know who she reminds me of?
Who?
You already know who she reminds me of because we've done this take like 75 times. See how full of shit I am? Dakota Fanning. I completely love Dakota Fanning, even since she was a little girl playing in like Rufus Wainwright videos and War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. Young actor who just like, holy shit, she was authentic.
Father.
Isabella Crevetti kind of hit me that hard, almost to the point where I think
she's not as good.
I think she, in a sense, in those pivotal scenes in the movie where it was really heavy, like when she's talking about her mother's death, or in the end when she has this jump for joy when Cameron and Paget have their loving kiss while he rides up romantically on supposedly horseback.
A pony.
Me and Chloe,
a pony.
Pony. This tiny little horse. And me and Chloe were watching yesterday. I was like, it looks like he's riding a cat, you know? He's coming in on cat back. It's a stupid little horse. It was so small. His feet were almost touching the ground. But yeah, she has this like jump for joy, and it was so authentic. It made me like, I felt the giddiness of that happy moment thanks to Isabella. So Isabella, really good job.
A huge, great part that makes this movie a 10 out of 10 is the product placement.
Oh, yes.
It was so bad.
We need to have a moment of silence for product placement. Clasp your hands like this, Chloe, please. Thank you. Look down at the floor. Okay, we need to reach inside. The product placement.
Yeah, the product placement was insane. There was literally three product placements in one shot.
Yeah. No, Chloe. 5. There was a scene where the mom. I think it was a scene with the mom with Anna Sawyer, the mom. She's in the kitchen. I think she's in the kitchen. There's a bottle of water.
That was not with the mom. That was when they were that was when Addison Rae was in Cameron's house with the daughter. There was popcorn, there was bounty stuff, there was tea stuff.
And like we were totally poking fun at the worst one was, I think the two worst were probably the water bottles on the table. I mean, characters were this big. The water bottles were that big with these big blue, high contrast, backlit bottles that are perfectly oriented. Like they're lined up like this with the camera.
And also when Cameron
in perfect focus. So like, do your performance. Chloe, do your performance. Now act.
But
like,
another one that was so bad was when he was eating his chips. He ate them so wrong.
That was magical moment.
Because usually when you eat chips, you eat them like this, right?
Yeah. And hold the chip in your hand.
No, look. You usually never show the product placement or whatever.
The label.
But yeah, it was like this. I can't show it on the camera because I can't.
It's hard to get your hands in that position. I know. There you go.
Like
like that, and then hold the chip. How he held the chip is literally like this. The perfect hand cut triangle Dorito you've ever seen.
And he held it like this for 15 seconds.
Walking down the stairs.
And ate it like this with. Like, literally, it sounded like he had a microphone in his mouth. Uh-huh. It was so crunchy.
Yeah. It was a little, that's a good smelling candle. Oh, let me see. I didn't realize there's something written on the inside of the candle. That's neat. Look, you used to get something creative on the inside. Sound and fog. Wait a minute.
Oh, there.
Oh, that smells really nice. So, yeah. So, he eats the chip, and it's like literally like a moment of eating chip. Chloe and I are sitting there going, did you just see what I saw? That was a backlit Dorito shot.
And the sun chips. There was literally
sun chips. Yeah.
And the bags, they're so...
And when they were holding their iPhone 13 Pro Maxes, they always texted like this.
Yeah.
What is it, Bridget? Oh, yeah. With their 3-notch camera things. And I'm sitting there going, you got to be freaking kidding me. It's unbelievable. So
and their iPads and their laptops and all that sort of stuff.
I think the best actors in the film were the product placements. They had the strongest screen presence of any actor in that entire film. And I think it's actually to their benefit because it's becoming a meme. And that's going to do really good. That's going to create a lot of buzz for the products that were in that film because people if you're going to product place in a movie, make it the most overt, obnoxious presentation of a product imaginable, and it'll become a meme and people won't shut up about it, which is great advertising. So Doritos, I'm sure your stocks are going up as we speak. Yeah.
We're going to end this video here.
Because we're rambling. It's already been 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah. What's your overall verdict of the film? What did you think?
Like on 1 out of 10?
If you give it a 1 on 10.
I think it was like a 6.
Yeah, so what was you gave it a 6 on 10?
6 out of 10.
What would you say is like if somebody says, what did you think about it? What was your overall opinion of the film?
I just thought it was funny because the product placement and then the fact that it was so over dramatic. Like the fact that it was like when they were literally like in the dark room and they were about to kiss and then she runs off. I was like, that was very over dramatic. I didn't really like that. That was kind of sus.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was funny. It was really funny.
My final verdict on He's All That, shot in 2021, starring Addison Rae and Tanner Buchanan. For what it was designed to do, it fit the role almost perfectly, with the odd exception of a couple of actors, namely Rachel E. Cook and Isabella Crovetti, who outshined everybody else in terms of performance quality and acting skill, almost borderline pulling you out of disbelief, kind of breaking the illusion of superficiality and bringing you back down to earth with some really good acting, but not overtly. It was the most absolutely predictable story you could imagine, which is exactly what you want and expect for that type of movie. And the fact that the whole thing was shot on an iPhone, most likely, at 120 FPS, because it was the most iPhone-y looking footage you've ever seen in your life. It was literally sponsored by it. I give it a 10 on 10. I give it a 10 on 10. I think it is hands down one of the most brilliant films of all time, and I stand by that. And if you don't believe me or don't value my opinion in movies because this is not a movie channel, then screw you. Because I know better than you, because it's my channel and everything I say is sacrosanct.
Everything has to do with you.
It's all me. Me. So that said, I hope you enjoyed my first video of 2022, Chloe Duff.
Thank you for watching this video.
No, I was going to thank you.
Oh.
Thank you, Chloe.
Thank you for watching.
You're welcome. And yes, we'll see you in the next video, and I promise you it will be an art talk. All right, guys? Take care. That's very generous. What do you think merits it getting such a high mark?
Dad.
What?
Dad.
Yeah.
And over dramatic.
What?
I think Mom's playing The Sims.